The new Valorant update is massive. There's agent changes, more nerfs to run and gun, and most importantly, a new type of armor. The game feels fresh again for the first time in what feels like forever, but there's still one problem that hasn't been addressed.
Shit's so broken, bro. Delete this shit.
Enemy remaining.
This should not be in the game. Please delete it.
Hey everybody, before we get into today's video, I wanted to thank our sponsor, JBL Quantum. The JBL Quantum 910 wireless headset is designed with competitive gaming in mind, and its Quantum Sphere 360 technology can help give you the edge in any game where sound matters. Whether you're trying to figure out where on earth the bomb is on Nuke or hear footsteps in Valorant, if you play TAC FPS, you need accurate spatial audio. And there's no other headset out there with JBL Quantum's Quantum Sphere 360 tech, which uses an algorithm to accurately render virtual surround sound alongside head tracking to ensure the positional audio is always precise. Visit jbl.com/gaming and follow JBL Quantum on Instagram to stay on top of the latest updates. Alright, let's get back to the video.
Alright, I have a confession to make. For nearly 2 months, I did not touch Valorant even once. We were on the road for Red Bull Homeground in Seattle and League of Legends Worlds in Europe. And as time went on, I was slowly getting the itch to play Valorant. But when I finally returned home, sat down at my PC and booted up the game, I realized that it was still in just as bad of a state as when I left. My boy Shiro and other Neon mains were still sliding around and doing shit like this.
You're dead.
Spike down. B.
It is so broken, bro. Delete this shit.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, take it out the game, Riot Games. Riot Games, I'm talking to Riot Games, please. I've been playing this character since she came out, Riot Games. I've been playing this character since she came out. This should not be in the game. Please delete it.
It's no secret that Neon has been completely busted since she was buffed back in June. She's annoying as hell to play against at basically all levels of the game, whether that's ranked or pro play. She absolutely needs to be nerfed. I had the chance to sit down with Jogamo at Paris Games Week, and here's how he suggested doing it.
I mean, I love Neon, but the only nerf that she should have, because she already got single stun, she did get double slide with 100% accuracy, so there's only one thing to kind of do is just knock off her, and she got the buff for the recharge. So I think if you knock off some of the buff for the recharge, it should be balanced enough. That's just my opinion. I mean, I don't want it to get nerfed, but that's, you know, that's for Riot to know.
Now, obviously, Ja might be a little bit biased because he's literally one of the best Neon players in the world, but I do agree that a nerf to her high gear could be a good place to start. But unfortunately, we'll have to wait until the next patch to see how Riot tackles the Neon problem. In the meantime, this week's update did bring many meaningful changes, but most notably, regen shields. Now, when I first saw leaks about regen shields, I was a little worried. I was thinking, oh shit, we're turning into Overwatch or something, and I know I was not alone. But now that I've had time to think about it and actually use them, I think it adds a whole other strategic layer to the game. A regen shield costs 650 credits, placing it between the price of light armor and heavy armor, but it's very different compared to those. If you want a crash course on Valorant's confusing armor system, then make sure to check out our Cracked episode from a couple years back. Rather than splitting damage between the shield and your health pool, regen shields absorb 100% of incoming damage before you start losing HP. And after a brief delay, your shield regenerates by draining any remaining points left in the 50 HP regen pool. It's great for anti-ecos because if you do take any sort of chip damage, you can still carry any remaining shields and HP pool into the bonus, but I don't see it drastically changing pro play. It's obviously stronger than light shields, but it's not broken because you can still be one-tapped 140 by a phantom headshot or even an outlaw body shot. Riot also mentioned that they added it so that players could get more use out of the outlaw and guardian in particular. But the other big part of this week's update was the long-awaited Phoenix rework, making his flash his signature ability and allowing his wall to move similarly to a harbor wall. I think this buff actually makes Phoenix a viable agent now. If you have a cracked duelist, then they could potentially earn themselves a third and fourth flash just from fragging out during a round. Other agent changes included a nerf to Cypher's trapwire and ult, a buff for any battle sages out there, and a slight nerf to Clove ult. Omen one-ways have also been nerfed, so you can only place them in places where players can stand.
But there's so many good one-ways that have been nerfed, and it's taken away one of the biggest things that made Omen, in my opinion, and super powerful in the pro play. And they've done that before giving a chance for teams to figure out how much they want to play Astra instead. So to me, this is like a patch too early, in my opinion.
That's a pretty big nerf, and I'm not sure if I'm really ready for another full-blown Astra meta, but we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. Sage slows and breach stuns are also now stronger against jet dash and neon slides too. I'm a little bit sad about the Cypher nerf, but I think the rest of these changes are pretty reasonable. But what we didn't expect to see from this update is more nerfs to run and gun, which I will always be happy about.
That's insane. I think like 5 to 6 doesn't look like a lot, but I think it's a big change. Like, you can't run and gun as much.
So hopefully this means less bullshit deaths, though I'm not really getting my hopes up. But one final change, which I absolutely love, is that the Phantom's damage fall off now starts after 20 meters rather than 15 meters. This means less feel bad moments where you headshot someone for 140 but don't get the kill. So I'm a fan of this update. For the first time in a long time, Valorant feels fresh again.
Dude, running inaccuracy is worse. Phoenix is buffed. Sage is buffed. Deadlock is whatever. Clove is staying nerfed. Cypher's getting nerfed. The Phantom's getting buffed. Oh man, mamma mia. We have an econ change. Dude, Valorant is gonna be so different. Oh my god, finally, bro. It's been so stale.
Sure, there are still plenty of things that need fixing, Neon, but once again, I'm still grateful that I play a game where the devs do actually listen to the community. So I'm interested to see how they treat the looming Neon nerfs and deadlock buffs. So yeah, I didn't play Valorant for 2 months, and like I was trying to like think of ways to even do it. I was like, should I go to like an internet cafe or something? I didn't even play RuneScape. That was actually the crazier thing, because I could have just played RuneScape on my phone, but I was like, I'm gonna just explore Europe in my free time.